going into next week, those economic conditions are going to be front and center.
Yeah.
Everybody thought this week with the Fed meeting, that seems to be the appetizer because next week
Yeah.
we're probably going to have intense volatility in the markets. Will markets overreact, do you believe? Or, I mean, it's a little bit lighter volume now
Yeah.
because of the holiday season, but
Yeah.
how does that actually play out with the next Fed meeting the end of January?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. And this is, as you mentioned, this is the season in which you do see volatility usually become somewhat more elevated, and certainly the market's more sensitive to economic data. The reason for that is because we're not in an earnings season. I think that this is really
Hmm.
characteristic of every intra-earnings period where the market becomes much more sensitive to what's happening with economic data, much more sensitive to what's happening with policy news, whether it be monetary or fiscal policy. Even trade policy headlines still have the potential to whipsaw markets a little bit. So you do need to be prepared anytime you're not in the middle of an earnings season for the economic and policy data to become paramount in the market's mind. I would say that we are somewhat sensitive to the economic data right now because of the Fed, where the Fed has stated, look, well, they haven't stated overtly, but it's become basically understood that the Fed may squeeze in one more rate ease in early
Right.
2026, but then it's really up for grabs as to what they do after that. So that lack of visibility on where we're going into the broader 2026 is going to keep the market on its toes.
Access real-time data and intelligent analytics exactly when you need them. Get the right data at the right time. Learn more at quotemedia.com.